playing a classic game called Nether. Oh gosh, has it been so many years and such a good game that sadly so much potential completely wasted. Now I'm just back here again after so many years. I've been back to this game despite it being dead over and over and the server being reset or what have you. Because you know, it's just entirely community keeping it up. Someone's having servers for this game, and despite no one exactly being on and playing it, freaking heck, here I am, I'm on it. Technically I could be on a single player world, but it's kind of nice to know that in a sense it carries on in that sense. So I decided to hop on this game just to get to see if it's still dead, and in a sense it is still, and that saddens me, but that's just reality for, you know, for what it is. I decided to mess around, and I just decided I created Lugo from Spec Ops The Line, and it's honestly doing just this made me want to play. For anyone who's uninitiated with this game, I'm going to quickly pull up the quick description of this game, which simply put is, Nether is a unique first-person, multiplayer, urban survival experience set in a post-apocalyptic world. Nether forces players to make life-saving decisions in a fast-paced struggle against the players and the environment. Join tribes, hold territories, scavenge, craft, trade, and loot your way to stay alive. Now they got that covered. Yeah, so I was gonna go over and just wear a complete, like, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna probably do camouflage or whatever, but I'm like, well, games pretty much. Well, no one's on the server. Obviously anyone at any time could go hop on and be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go kick your teeth in a little. But I have to pay respects to this game. There's so many times where I've tried or I have done in different aspects, from the Steam discussion forums to what have you, and like the concepts, the environment, the crap that went into it during the times when it was out and it was accessible. It was unique for its time, and it was so fun, so great, so much like, even though so many people complained how there was nothing to do in Nether. It was so weird because in a sense it's kind of like the same argument with many games that are like this in a multiplayer aspect of an online game. This game had proximity chat, so obviously that was fun. There was text chat from, you know, privately messaging people to messaging your own huge tribe / clan to, you know, saying in general chat or either an area chat. It was so fun. As you can see, there's so much variety of builds. The game rewarded you for staying consistent in the server you're in, so you actually got rewards for being a veteran. So even if you're a veteran who magically somehow got his teeth kicked in, it's not the worst, it's not the true end for you, it's not the pearly gates just yet. But I decided to have fun, and like I said, I just made Lugo for funsies, and I'm like, you know what, I know I should probably be hopping on and playing like StarCraft or plenty of the other games where obviously people are legit playing, but I'm like, well, that's always gonna be there in a sense. You know, I could always go back to that. That's no issue. This is personally for me, and this is gonna be so much fun. I'm either gonna, it's been forever, I don't remember a lot. Like, I remember playing the game during its prime time. I had so much conflict, so many like interconnection stuff. The only thing that killed this game was not necessarily, like, not counting the terrible management of the property from the different owners that were sharing it during that time. It wasn't, you know, the lack of new content. It was the fact that cheaters got in and they were cheating, and they got away with it in a sense for a long while. I had a friend of mine. We spent so much time having fun in Nether, and they decided, and this is so many years ago. Well, not so many years ago, but this is so much time ago. Yeah, no, actually, no, it has been years. That's crazy. But he was a coder, and he said, you know, I'm gonna go try making a freaking half-ass cheat and see if that actually works. It actually did backban him, and he was actually odd, impressed, and happy. Sad that, you know, he got vagabond on his main account, but he viewed it as a weird badge of honor, and same with him, because now we knew the exact day when that happened that many long time ago, and in a sense, you know, that's pretty much where that went. It was absolutely hilarious. We made a complete joke out of it. But that's, again, years ago. I remember playing this game when it was just like this, where it was practically dead, but still access the servers. And I made objective, like I made so many different loadouts. I had PvP loadouts, PvE loadouts. I had an objective loadout. It was pretty damn fun. Like I shit you not, great time, because like it was fun when you're playing and you're like, oh man, you know, I'm by myself. Because in this game you can earn reputation, you can like you can lock down areas for your faction to get certain bonuses, and it was so like it's so dynamic. Actually, let me pull up. Give me one moment, please. I'm going to do a big brain move. Give me a moment. Do display capture. All right, here we go. Okay. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna share screen this whole thing. This is one of my favorite tips and trick guides from so long ago. When I wish I saw. I'm freaking blind here. I want to see when this was made. Just know this is, yeah, it's like 2015. It was like that long ago. That was probably the last, like one of the latest comments on here. Let's see. It's that long ago. That's how ancient, but well, not insanely ancient, but a long time ago. 2023 now. I was playing this. That's crazy. That's insane. Hey, my good old Dr. Bright, my good friend. You know, I think he and I went through this game. There's a lot of stuff you can go through. This stuff, I'm not doing this crap. This is what you mainly do. XP farming. You could easily link up these locations, and you could easily make plenty of funds. You can make builds. Here's some classics. Just to give you some examples, like some people made stuff for PvP. So if you want to be like using certain munitions, be a sniper, or just general PvP, see what you can do with survival. Because in this game, it's not that hard, but like, how can I put this? It had logistics that went into it. Now let's actually get into the actual game itself. Let's do that. Okay, so it's already almost getting nighttime, which is not the exact best, so we'll just spawn in a safe zone. Hopefully it's not destroyed. Yep, welcome to Nether, take this package. Oh yes, that's right, they had the initial, hold on, give me one moment. I'm gonna turn off display, keep on that cam. Perfect. Okay, there we go. So now it will be a lot better on stream. Anyway, so yeah, welcome to Nether. Take this back to the lakeside safe house. Safe zones are places of sanctuary where you are protected from threats and can craft weapons, turn in missions, and join tribes. Pretty much. So you have on you an item, and, well, a package. And mainly this game, if you're doing the objective route, there's different ways you can do objectives, but one of the huge money makers, especially if you're in a game, which is so funny because in a sense that is now in Stallcraft. Like, you can be a courier in Stallcraft and have that in a sense matter, and where you're carrying an extra weight, you're having this risk, but you're trying to go to this location for extra profit. Yeah, hit I. So you had this package here just for a tutorial package. I remember when I first went into Nether, and my first experience was the save zone was compromised, which is a thing that I love about this game. Is you can have a save zone compromised. It becomes this mini event where players can work together to get a really good XP and try securing the save zone back again from the Nether that's constantly spawning and completely compromising the entire area. Issue is, everyone can friendly fire each other. Obviously tribes wouldn't want to shoot each other, but they still can. Not like anyone's gonna stop them. And to give you an idea, this is how large the world is. It's honestly not that bad. There's a lot of unique stuff that I even remember now. Like, I remember top left here, if you were to claim this area, you can get a vehicle, which I wouldn't be surprised if maybe one of these map things went into detail about it. I may actually have. I may have a guy that actually goes into, because I used to know it off the top of my head, because I played the life out of this game. Like, played it multiple lives out of this game. It's so funny. And here I am again, back, despite how much time. So you can go and join up with people in your squad. You can make markers. You can see each other's markers. You can see up here social. You can see the different tribes and your affiliations with them. There's other players, and you can click on them, and you can invite them to your group. You can message them. You know, like I said earlier, there's like the text chat, there's proximity chat. It was great times. Right now we're gonna go deliver and this escort package, so I'm gonna turn that in. Looks like we're gonna be getting a crowbar and another package for the next part. So oh, probably didn't turn that in. Oh, that's 5. Yep, there you go. Gearing up, open your inventory with I and equip the crowbar. You can find and craft many weapons and items in the Burnham, which are stored in your backpack. You can view an item's description by clicking on it and right-clicking. Yep, okay, pretty much. Learning skills, yeah, pretty much you advance. As you survive, you gain experience, you level up. In this game, you, yeah, visit Glad, the weaponsmith. In this game, how it works is you're playing, and you can level up, and you can easily die too. Like you can lose all of your experience. Like, you have to re-earn all of this. Like you upgraded everything. You really wanted to care about your character. This is not StarCraft where you could just die and, you know, oh cool, my KD, in a sense. Like, no, it kind of mattered in a little bit of a sense. Okay, so we're gonna turn into him. Take this back, just order of a call. Which, simply put, Vlad, like, there's these different things you can find in the world. You can take it to these different vendors and you can turn it in for a different monetary gain and different values on different things. Either, you know, you can trade certain things for to craft a weapon, to go out and, further and try. Yeah, so yeah, he wants me to craft these parts into making a gun, which, if I recall, this is now a little shotgun. Like I don't remember, it's like a spray can. It's so, I love the design of this stuff, especially the little crafts that you have to make. Yeah, let's see. Obviously the game wants you to kind of pay attention, but you could literally leave and run and do whatever the heck you want from this point. This is just giving you free tutorial, getting you free experience, and pretty much having it go out to there. Let's see. I think. So yeah, the package, gotta visit the Coal at the museum. The Coal is a group of, like, Nether hunters slash, like, fanatics that love Nether parts, and they craft unique stuff. Like, they're in a sense scientists, but more culty. Reminds me of Covenant from StarCraft, if I had to say something on that end. I wonder what it's telling me here, which I know I'm not surprised if the save gets in any way bugged, or the thing gets bugged, because, you know, it's been so long. I'm trying to remember. Okay, so there's here. We already have an item. I think. I remember from my memory, I just simply would turn around, and there was like the Coal group that was over here, and I feel like they're right over here, but it doesn't look like they're here. Probably at the end, probably, I'm hoping. Yeah, and you see on the bottom there's like events that go on Reaper Survive, which is like mini events of like, oh yeah, there is a world boss that is in the world, and he is gathering more monsters in the world, and they're all swarming around him, and ideally you want to work together to take him out, but there you kind of go from there. It does say that my objective's still over here. It's gotta be something so dumb. Like, I'm pretty sure it's probably like, oh yeah, I gotta give him the gun, so I'm gonna put it in my inventory. Or something. No. Does he want these parts? Also, you can see here, like, this is the zone to the museum, I think. So it's like, yeah, mountain. I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to think of all the bases. Tower outpost. Side. West view. Ah, museum. Museum is up there. And then this is Lakeside, Sick Haven. So you like grab those packages straight from the world, and other people can see you picking up those packages, so it'd be kind of awkward when they're like, hey dude, I know where you're going. And then you get on their comms with their friends and be like, hey dude, you may want to, they're setting up an ambush point to jump this one player who's trying to do a delivery out in this area. And you can fake them out, you can grab it, toss it, and be like, oh well, shit, let me, I'm gonna toss it over here and just get rid of it. And just, you know, kind of end it out to there. And that's usually how that kind of went. Now I'm gonna try figuring out where the Coal guys are, because I believe they should be like right over here, but my memory clearly is shot, or either the game bugged out and is glitching out to that extent. And there's plenty of lore stuff, which is so funny. So many funny Easter eggs, so many references, so many stuff that's so charming. The game looks good, it's charming despite its very, very old age. Oh yeah, and the inventory, you had to care about your global inventory, and you had your wardrobe and stuff, and there's a store, and you can go to the store and you can, you know, by doing these deliveries or killing players or by selling whatever item you find, you can be like, oh yeah, you know what, actually I want to buy these cosmetics, which you actually can. Like, these ones are super cheap because whoever is running the server is making them super cheap. Like, let me actually exit, go back to main menu. I'm gonna see if I still have my single player save. If not, then it is for that. Also, every time you logged out, you had to like do that whole 5 seconds thing, and I don't see that server that I was just on. Weird. I was just on it right now. Hide full servers, hide empty servers. Yeah. Show LAN servers. I know I don't have a LAN set up. But yeah, we'll just have to do single player because it makes sense, and we'll start from scratch. It's either going to completely be from scratch, or it's going to pick up from, if it did save my progress from my other computer. Nope, brand new, that's no problem. And this one we can for sure have Lugo. Lugo will be here. It will be, this is sadly his sad fate. But yeah, pretty much. And then we'll hit play, do safe zone, single player. So now it's no longer running on someone else's server. I know that there's a lot of stuff that you have to kind of fix with this game. I think even that little thing that I was mentioning earlier. Oh wow, I clicked instructions in game and it literally took me to the Nether wiki, and it's still up, it's still there. I know some of the stuff from the Nether wiki has been lost, but I know it's still, in a sense, in existence. Wait, so we're here. Wait, do you have this tutorial package? So maybe this time it won't be glitched out. Yeah, once you're within the zone, it'll say at the top market / global inventory. Now you can shop and you can store all your items. So you don't know, the verticality in this game is insane. Like, in this game you can have a glider and you can go from freaking building rooftop that's skyscraper to skyscraper. Like, most of these buildings that look like they're unachievable to get up there, you can actually go up there. You can actually go up there, or try pathfinding, or try figuring out your way to get up there, and it was so rewarding, especially if you were like a marksman or you know, some kind, you know. And it was absolutely worth it. Now we got that delivered. We will try to get the package, get those parts. So yeah, you're gonna be getting a pistol frame, an F-off insect repellent, 12 gauge barrel, and the 12 gauge ammo. Yep. Okay. Oh, it still wants me to go over. Oh, it's it wants me to be here in a weird ass way. I don't know why. What happened to the old faction? I must be completely blind. It has to be somewhere around here. Let's see. Deliver package to the order to co-op museum app. Oh, that's why I'm a dingus. I'm a dingus. See, that's what another thing where you have to care about where you have to go. I think I have a marker here. That's the reason why it's shining. So we'll head over to the museum outpost. Now we'll have 2 markers and a little compass, so it should be this direction. So northeast. Here we go, pathfinding. We will equip the crowbar because it's better. And we will start working on our characters. So we got 2 points. And we're playing this game, and there's not ever going to be a situation, because it's my private own single player, which, by the way, if anyone at all owns this game and wants to flat out play it, I'll play it with you, cooperatively or against you. I don't care, it'll be freaking fun. That's what I'll say. That is what I will state as a fact. Yeah, let's see, pick up items. survival one, because it's good to have nutrition. And maybe, let's see, do stamina. Stamina, so it's really going to be hitting you heavily. You have to be very careful with stamina management, because every throw, every hit, it requires stamina. Games will tell me, you can't fire in the safe zone, exiting the safe zone, and you know, you can have someone following you on your ass, breathing your neck, waiting for that timer to tick down, and they're just ready to light your world to asunder. And you know, that will be your fate. I got 30 bucks. Whoa, I don't know why it's actually a little glitchy. I think it's because on this, I know on my old computer this thing ran like nothing, but obviously that was an old computer. Maybe the game's like, we can't handle this, man. Let me no, I increased the view distance. I'll lower it. Detail still high. Oh, that's great. We got Suicider. Probably sneak up on it. Hey, like, you could literally camouflage in because of the collision, but it was actually fun in the tactics. And okay, so we got him. He's dead. Got some decent amount of items. Tumor, another skin, another claw, another blood. And the game did not hold any punches. Like, you can, if you know what you're doing, you pathfind, you go to point A to point B, and you know what you're doing, that's fine. You'll do pretty much in a sense okay. But you can get yourself in situations where, good luck. Because, jeez, man, you do not want to get spotted by some of the enemies in this game, like, at all. Like, ugh, at all. Like, it's a nightmare. Ah, another crowbar. Oh, so you wouldn't hurt me. Then you want to run. That's what we can do. Then you come back through here. Oh, but we got back in the safe zone, so he doesn't detect us anymore. Which, you know, heck, you know, we'll take that. So let me see. I have the food and hunger, which I know I always purchase water bottles all the time. So I remember one of the huge things to survive. You can imagine being a new player trying to do this tutorial, but any area you can be shot from. It must have been insane. I say it must have been because I was there, but it's just like, I remember those days, Jesus. I'm just trying to scale how many people died. It must have been insane. So you want to kind of kite them, keep your stamina up, get a few hits. Oh, you gotta be careful how they can actually flat hit you right from there, so you have to kind of predict where their teleport's gonna be. That one could have probably easily hit me and it would have been it. Not it, but her. So yeah, loot can just toss out like that, so it's not like, oh, it's a bag that has all your stuff very convenient. Like, no, your loot is all over the ground, and it can despawn. Like, you know, it could just be gone, and you're kind of like SOL. Just shit out of luck, kiddo. Oh, okay, Gollum. Oh, Gollum. I didn't mean this. I didn't want this. I didn't choose this. But here it is. I'm being chased by Gollum. In 2023, playing Nether. Jeez, man. Did not know I was going to have this much longevity with this game. And the sad part is everyone has forgotten about this great gem of a game. As much as everyone has given it shit, I remember when it got its... Like, I was a huge fan of it and was playing it a little bit prior, before it even blew up, even before even Markiplier made that video, and it blew up even more. Thing is, though, the game that, again, is kind of stalker-like and is not made for the casual fans or faint of heart. And when the people who knew that they can abuse or kind of be a little cruel with it, I mean, that's when those people kind of came around. So we gotta go to the Order of the Coal at the museum outpost. Okay. Hey, Order of the Coal, yeah. Man, it's been so long. Still worshiping this stuff after all these years. You know, it's crazy to think about Nether, because they actually... Oh, thank you, Forsake, yeah, some water, thank you. It's crazy, it's like, you can trade in, like, that what's it called, Reaper or whatever? The thing that's, like, it survived, like, I think you trade out, it's, like, in your nails or whatever, and you can get the, kind of, like, equivalency of an EBR in this game, and there's a bunch of ammos you can get for just trading parts, and you get reputation and stuff going for you for doing this stuff, because you get XP and you get the item, and you're like trying to collect it. Sometimes you gotta assemble a weapon, you have a glider. Man, this game, it's so fun. And I remember many times coming back to this game, even despite it's all dead and people, oh, we don't care about it, we don't, whatever. Or you'll see a lot of people in discussions be like, oh, but I love this game, I care about it. It's like, then bitch, I want to see you on it, god damn it. I want people to play with, I want people to work together with, or to die trying to face, you know? That I would love. Let's see, where are we going to next? Deliver this package to the tribe sign at the lakeside. Ah, okay. Ah, the tribe. Yep, so we're going to go sign up for a tribe, which I'm going to... Oh yeah, let's start depositing items here so it's not lost. Keep it on there. Kitchen knife, yeah, we can store that. So we're using a crowbar. And I remember I used to, gosh, in my youth, I used to be so efficient with just like, just putting in, equipping stuff. Okay, maybe not mess with golf. Maybe go a different route. But yeah, this is my headcanon now. Lugo is just trapped in the game of Nether. He never died. He just mentally transported here, and he's been living here for so long. Yeah, sometimes when you're playing this game, another thing is like, you sometimes have to feel like you have to walk everywhere. Some people you want to keep it stealthy, or you don't want other players to hear you, but at the same time you're in the open. They don't can just shoot you from a rooftop or whatever spot. But that's, you know, they have to work for that set up there. Oh boy. Oh boy. Another thing I like about this game is you can actually play with the Nether. Yeah, no, seriously, there's actually little tips. You can play as the Nether, become them, and you can find and harass other players with pure fun. Seems like the Nether is being very much easier here, but I know a lot of the AI and stuff. I remember years back saying that people actually can tweak everything of the AI, you know, how accurate or whatever. I'm trying to play very assaultive, like, just very on the offense. I do not block unlocked yet. Yes, I always cracked it as a joke as a, you know, like, I say as a kid, because it's that freaking long ago, but it wasn't really a kid, just really young. But, is that like, oh yeah, you don't know how to block. Like, you just don't know how to put your hands up. Like, oh gosh, can't handle your sight, you are disgusting. But flat out, it's, as much as people were like, oh, it's so dumb, it's like, no, it's just an MMO RPG, you know, you're making progression. And there you have it. And there's many ways, like, people were like, it's impossible to level up, but I'm like, it wasn't impossible, it's just very difficult, and it was your choice on how difficult it was, and the level of chances of everything happening. I can't increase levels, so now I got extra health. Yeah, you can be whoever you're, you know, whoever you are, and you'll eventually level up. Eventually, a nice and safe zone. You can go over... How can I put this? Like, it may sound like it could be OP if like someone puts so much insane time. It's like, it's almost impossible to defeat this person. It's like, well, no, there's actually a soft kind of cap of the account. After that, I think it's like, well, I'm trying to remember the exact levels. I know someone covered it, like what happens when you level up an insane amount in this game, and it was not at all bad. It was like completely fair. It's still rewarded. Yeah, that's right. I remember I myself, I was in one of these servers, I was making so much progression, and I was trying to figure that out. And obviously some people discovered it before, but I was trying to like, what's past that? You just simply, you get your max cap, you get your health, you get maybe some other stuff, space, whatever. But what actually happens is you could just get money rewards from just, hey man, you in a sense have prestiged. You can now show this to other people and be like, wow, I'm this experienced in this server and I've been playing this game with these conditions pretty much. Alright, so we deliver it to the tribes here. Hey, I got a message from oh my gosh, Stick, yeah, that looks, yeah, Stick just messaged me. He's like, that kind of looks fun. Looks like Rust with Demons. What do you think? Please. He's asking me, there it is. Yes. So I'm gonna go look up on the Steam page real quick. Cause I'm gonna look up Nether, cause there's 2 Nethers. Yeah, the Untold Chapter. Let me actually see how that's doing. Cause that was in 2019. We're like, it's the Untold Chapter. Yeah, right now I'm even pulling up their Steam page and seeing all the reactions, the raw reactions and how things so yeah, some people say pros, new AI, another don't attack the save zone to help with new players, constant updates for the new developer, add third person, add new weapons, better loot tables and refresh rates, ability to change FOV, cons, items disappearing, guns sometimes don't reload, bunch of other stuff. Texture bugs, visible walls. I mean, it's great, but at the same merit, like, if people are actually playing it, for sure. But that's like a whole $15 right there, and I'm just like... Con. Anyway, I'm gonna go back to our lovely stream here. I've just been looking at my own stuff. I probably should have had you along the little adventure there. But anyway, so we're back. My favorite guy over here reminds me of like a masked MSF soldier slash Kazuhira Miller right over here. Anyway, we're gonna go join, you know, I mean, for the whole meme, we'll join Stalkers. $50 Now we're a stalker now. You don't be a stalker, but yeah. So yeah, now like your username changes with the corresponding faction you're part of. It's fun, and you can kind of have hijinks. Now he's telling me you can't buy it. Nether. Hold on. I just sent him, that's another thing that sucks about this game, is that because of the whole BS that happened with the trading of the, of licenses, this game that I'm playing right now, no one else can buy. Like, I have it, sure, it's cool, it's unique, but yeah, for sure, no one else can go out and be like, oh yes, of course, easily purchase this game, no, it's locked for the people who have owned it, and pretty much, and of course, I'm grateful that they did make another new game, which apparently was a light update, and maybe they have left it for dead, and that's where it lays. It's just dead there, and I don't know the details. I can't say because I don't own that game. Like I said, it's $15. Do I want to necessarily put $15 down? Maybe. I may just say F it, especially if it goes on sale. But that $15, I can get a lot of other things, and I already have the game right here. And I mean, if that game is dead over there, then what's kind of the difference? What's the point? You know what I mean? Like, the point there. But pretty much stacking all this stuff. But yeah, overall, the game is so fun. And I'm going to simply go through story times. I've had some times inside the metro tunnels you can see from these different lighting, like the little layerings. So many great hangout points. I remember it was, I never really got to say this online or anything, but the thing that makes me so sad is I remember when it was still alive, I didn't have the expertise and I was young. Like, I was old enough where I'm like, I couldn't fully have done it. But I was young where I had other responsibilities, I had other shit going on, and it sucks because it's a huge missed opportunity, and I feel like I could have created history in that sense. I remember spending hours scouting locations, and I played the game so much, I scouted almost all, like, I traveled almost every freaking inch around these places. That's an absurd amount of time in this game. And there's so many cool hangout spots of, like, it would be like if hunger and thirst wasn't a huge issue, which not a huge issue, I believe, if you hit this location or it's the mini mall. I think it's a mini mall, but I know one, yeah, I think this spawns a bunch of rations and food, and this one spawns more stuff for man, I'm trying to remember. I'll have to pull up, let's see, let me see. I'm gonna try pulling up. And that doesn't have it. Come on. Yes, I do have some in my listing. Maps, loot 8. Maps and events. Score. I'm gonna share screen this. Hold on. In game. There we go. My character's probably gonna be like, "You're dying of freaking hunger, man." I'm like, "That's okay. That's okay." I mean, I guess I can technically just carry this. I can just do like most people do. I could just go to main menu. Yeah, so there's like a bunch of stuff, like people made great maps, and I remember I was helping with creation of this map, and helping so many other people, because people are so passionate about this game. It was insane. Yeah, wing glider. Yeah, look at this. Look, like this is just a GIF, but yeah, you could just fly wherever the heck you want. You just glide wherever the heck you want. It was a great time. There's so many tools and systems. It's yeah, you fall and then just, oh well, guess what? I'm not gonna freaking die or break my legs. I could just use that. Yeah, this guy jumps off from the top edge of a building, and you can choose to stop at any time. That's the best part. Yeah, trade items. Oh man, trade at the call. Like, this kind of gives you an idea of how much thought and care went into it, and it was so great. Oh, gotta love that MP5 right here. So good. Obviously they had off, and then, you know, everyone got all the details. I remember being with those people and painstakingly testing out stuff and figuring out the exact statistics of things. Oh yeah, here, someone actually goes into the level. So yeah, player level, you're gonna need that. You get stat point, level 31, which, you know, you can't get all of the skills filled. You have to specialize and make your guy unique. And if you want to reset, well, I think there's either a way to make a reset in a way, or either you just had to die in a sense. Let's see. Yeah, and account levels. Yeah, you level up, you get HP, money, backpack weight capacity, hunger, melee damage, stamina, global, which is, you know, just storage house, cash that you just got, flat out hunger capacity, HP, spawn. You get to spawn with food, so if you die, you know, you're like, oh cool, now I have a ration on me, so I can kind of go farther out and I don't have to rely on what have you. And you go further, get all these other little bonuses. It's just a huge, like it felt nice, especially with like the, you know, yeah, the East Sword. I remember spawning with that. All bandages, get a bunch of stuff, so it kind of incentivizes you to just get right back into the fight and just have fun. And it was great. Yeah. Oh, territories map, perfect. This is the exact thing I wanted to point out. So these different territories had different things that were so unique, because you played with your faction to, oh, let me actually message my my friend here, my friendo stick. Let me see. Your tune and talking. I assume Stick you're watching, but if not. But anyway, so yeah, in this game, I'm pulling up this little loading again. It's taking its time. It's perfectly fine. Anyway, the territories map. You remember, as you just saw, the tutorial teaches you, oh yeah, you could join these other factions. You could join these tribes. And what you did with these tribes is the reason why, like, you can be a neutral person, never join a tribe, and you're fine, you know, what have you. But you join a tribe. When you join a tribe, you can't really friendly fire your teammates, because that kind of ruins your reputation with your own faction, and that's a huge no-no. So you want to really kind of like watch your fire and actually identify. That's why some people create characters, and they literally, like you saw in the character creation, you can actually pick a character that represents that faction, so it's so much easier to identify you, which could be a good thing for your teammates and a bad thing for your enemies, but at the same time, you're represented. So what is free freaking advertisement, right? So on this map, you got to control that area, you got it, and it would actually fill up the map, and actually with these colors and stuff, and it was it was so good. Let's see. So let's see here. The Cook Tower territory, orange. That one was huge. This one, if you were to get that at the very beginning and you guys were able to hold it down for the beginning of your session, like, you can almost probably have a max out character very easily, because everyone in your faction gets that bonus, and it's plus 50% to all XP earned by the player. So you can really make progression, and again, this also kind of counts even further with the account XP, so it was really great. Purple. Oh yes, purple. That was my, as much as it's not insanely useful, you actually had to be at that location. It was a church. It was like this chapel. So yeah, St. William's territory. Faster HP regen if a player is in the capturing zone. Yeah, if you're in that zone, you can hold out. It's a it's so fortified. It's so fortified, and you could like set up like a little role play group and shit like that. And if you want to f with you, guess what? You had constant health regen while you were trying to defend your zone, what have you. Like if you were in there and you were hunkered in, you're gonna be hard. You and your crew are gonna be hard to take out of. And it was very advantageous for you to hold that down because it was in the way of many routes. And on top of that, like you control that dominance because like there's another there's an outpost right here, just south, Riverside outpost. You can easily just run right over here, get stocked up, get stuff like that, and then head right back in or whatever. And you can just be kind of like a security response team. It was so methodical on how this entire thing ran and how people played this game. It was so good. Scion bonus plus 50% to all cash received from looting and selling items not for package delivery payments. Yeah, so instead of being like, it didn't give a bonus for being a courier, but anything you find money in the world, like even you saw me, I picked up money in the game, that would have been, you know, increased by 50%. And also if I found anything like all those body parts from the Nether that I killed, or if I and you guys don't even see me open up crates or really loot around that much, if I were to grab all that stuff, head back to any of these locations, sell it, increase just increase rate flat out. The coal complex territory, red, like that specific little spot. Some of the highest PvP people cared about that because the trading prices with the coal was 2 times cheaper and applies only for the coal on that territory, like in that area. So you'd have the endgame people farm, maybe kill the PvE endgame boss or whatever, and they would make multiple of those sniper rifles, you know, or they would make multiple insane gear when they wanted. Like they would go over, they would get to an outpost, grab all their body parts and plan out exactly what they needed to bring. They're not just bringing everything, they're bringing exactly what they need for what they're trading in. They're having to travel all the way up there, capture that zone, sell to them, trade in, get all these great gear, and then having to run probably north to the train yard outpost, and then, you know, securing that loot so they can then set up for like another time later or what have you. It was pretty cool. Apartment complex, yellow, makes capturing other territories faster. Yes, this one, oh my gosh, it takes so much time to capture location, and you have to think you have hunger, you have thirst, you have that against you. If you travel all the way out there and you make that your first stop, if you don't make it Cook Tower, but if you make that your first stop, every other capture point is just so much easier. And the game also amplified and multiplied your capture speed if you had other players with you. And obviously, you know, if you had enemies against you, then they would stop you or what have you. And thus you kind of had to duke it out. And you can it's kind of like the PDA system in StalkCraft or Stalker. You know, oh, now you know someone's in the area. And that person's probably not your friend. And they're here to kill you. They don't want you having that, and that's what they do. So usually, I remember I used to have so many wars. I'd be like, all right, guys, what we're gonna do is we're gonna come from Lakeside. We're just starting up. We're gonna go hit Cook Tower if we're already maxed out. We're gonna go hit straight for the apartment complex so we can quickly cap. Everyone starts spreading out. One person at St. Williams, one person at the mall, and then maybe one person on the coal. Just to lock them down, make them kind of like surprised, shocked. Shanty, Slit Town, a lot of firefights at the military grain, and one of my favorite things, I wish it was not as buggy as it was, but the very top left, that land sunk residential, that actually had a vehicle that was like a kind of like a doom buggy. It was so fun driving. It was so good. It was so fun. I had a great time with that vehicle. Anyway, we're gonna continue. So yeah, the Scion, let's see, sorry, Cyan, coal, apartment complex, and military grain silo. Bonus spawn weapons nearby, melee, Smith and Risley, which is a handgun, and other weapons, like a MAC-10 or something like that. Shotguns, pipe sniper rifle. So like you can just easily arm yourself up with like not the top tier weapons, but like decent weapons. You know, for some people they have to take a while to earn, but that's, you know, hey, there you go. And that's not counting all the great loot that's already in there. It's sunken mini mall territory, spawn foods nearby, which, oh my gosh, I love going there. Everyone else didn't like they're like, why do we have to care about that place? I'm like, you don't understand. Food is starting. If we can eliminate the situation, because like it spawns good freaking rations, and you can carry that on you. You could just stop by, grab a shit ton of rations and move out, or either you can put in your storage, your global inventory, and you're set for a while. And you can set up for future expeditions. You can share for a friend who needs it, and that saved money can now be put towards ammo or other or medical resources or anything like that where that mattered. And it was great. It was so great. And the land second residential, like I said, yeah, spawns a vehicle, a buggy nearby, which that was fun. Let's see, yeah, and I remember this guy is so good, like went into all the details and everything. So you can see everything there. So yeah, pretty much. 2021. Man, it's all these years. It's crazy. I had no idea tonight I was going to, or I guess in this more accurate sense this morning, I was going to do a kind of appreciation of a very forgotten, underappreciated game, because I know probably someone from the outset probably sees what I'm saying as like, oh no, this is kind of fluff. It's like, in the perspective with this game, the game direct, like the art direction, seeing what they did, what they achieved, they did an admirable job. It's just the fact that, you know, it's just the fact that it wasn't the #1 popular game or the hit thing, you know. That's just sadly the case. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, it's cool. You can also change your skin, so if you did want to change it up, you can. Camouflage. But yeah, you can pick up exactly where you left off. Oh yeah, that's right. Yep. Spawned you somewhere else. Oh, but it did give me my hunger and thirst all the way back up, so that's a huge positive. But I'm all the way out here, but that's okay. I'm almost to the complex. I wonder if I were to capture the complex, log out, and log back in, will it save the progress or will it not? If it does, I'm trying to remember. It's been so long. It's been so many years. I know there's a like a underground area over here. Let's see. But yeah, if it does allow you, well, let me. It's just gonna connect over there. Okay. Then we'll just do a quick look around. Oh. What's this over here? Searching to trash. Ah, crunchy bends. or basically Doritos, that's pretty much what they are. Yeah, like, I'm trying to remember, single player wise, as if it's worth it. Like, definitely worth it if you're going for like a whole long session, if you can do it, but if it does save it, that would be pretty dope. Being a surge, oh boy, that means he's leading, the Reaper's leading an army around somewhere. Yeah, like, even if someone, in a sense, combat log, it's like, well, there you have it. Which I know there was a lot of systems so that people couldn't combat log, you know, that's one thing I really like about this game. I think its combat logging system was actually pretty good, from at least what I remember. Yeah, I know when you're first playing through, it's like super low, and you're trying to think of like, what is the next thing to do? Oh yeah, I also got cans of like that canned good. That's what really also is great on the field too. But anyway, like it feels like it's so slow. Like, oh, I'm running, I'm out of stamina almost all the time. But when you start playing through, you max out, you level up stamina. Man, dude, it changes really fast, and it just gets so much better from there. Let's see, character. Okay, so we still got a ways to go. We're gonna try hitting the apartments. Oh gosh, I just remembered. I don't want to. But like, there's so many things in this game where even I'm concerned. It's so weird, you know. You see me play other games, and you know, you honestly, I feel like I'm mostly fine. I'm pretty much good, but like the flying demon, there's a bunch of other crazy ass crap. in the game where I'm just like, if I face that, especially at the point where I'm at right now, it would just be a net loss. Also, one of those moments where I'm like, I wish I had a glider. I had that feeling. I'm like, okay, just hold 4, you know, or hold the button I have on quick slot. And I'm like, oh wait, that's right. This is a whole new save because Steam did not save my save. Which I'm like, that's fine. That makes sense. Yeah, I remember when it used to just be the city and then they released this area. It was so sad because I remember people were so angry. Like, in my honest opinion, one of the hugest things that no one talks about for the death of this game is that, oh, that's nice. You know, people were pissed off that when the update came or the expansion, it was this whole area. And, you know, obviously there's stuff that didn't look like it's like the ground's on the ground. There was that bugginess you just saw right there. People were complaining about that. And they completely, like, shitted on the game. Thought that... No. I don't want to. Oh, this sucks. Okay, shit. Oh, no, I'm not. This is gonna be a safe enough drop. Okay, that's good. I'm gonna have to hook around. It's, you're not dealing with that crap. Darn. Just hook around over here. But anyway, one of the huge things that killed this game was like when the that update dropped, where it used to just be this entire area. It was just everyone was like, it's so small, so they decided to expand it and do what the people want, and they did everything that, you know. Oh no, he saw me. He saw me. He's gonna scream, isn't he? Okay, maybe he's just gone. Okay. Oh no, he just... Oh no. Just keep jogging, just keep walking. Yeah, I'm just gonna run. Anyway, but people didn't realize is that, like, they thought they were gonna get results. Because people love this game. People love this game. Then they thought they were being smart, cool kid, or... And I remember being so young, and I'm like, why? It's so counterproductive, and I understand it, but it's an indie development type of thing, you know? Like, it's only gonna hurt you guys tremendously, which it did. It killed the game. And that is, they just... Yeah, 30 minutes to survive. Even if you just survive, and you're just playing the game, you get XP. So cool. Let's get the next thing. What they did was they accidentally kind of had that situation. I'm actually gonna pull up that exact guide, and I know you guys can see this. Uh-oh. I heard him. I heard you. Oh, don't scream. Don't scream. Don't scream. Just die. Just keep moving. Well, good thing. He did not scream. Good thing he came too close. Oh. But your friends are spawning, aren't they? Another bone. So he somehow did attract them still. So yeah, as you can see, regen. Yeah, you really want it. That's one thing. Like, in this game, you actually wanted medical supplies, because you did not really want to rely on that regen. I'm gonna tell you that now. Like, I was the son of a bitch who did it. I was the guy who was like, I'm gonna go invest in the food category, and I'm gonna rely on regen, because it worked. It worked a lot, and I still think it's a viable thing even now. But you know, you're making less use of medical items, so that's why I'm like, no, I'll just do this other thing here. Where you can sell that. Buildings. Oh, yeah, there's special keys. I remember there was this weird. So that's what happened. This came out because like it was funny because like I agreed and disagreed with it, because like this came out. I'm like, okay, I understand it, but this is cool verticality. It allowed the PvPers or whoever wanted to go out and be a dick be out here. It wasn't all just super CQC all the time anymore, or sniper fights or mid-range. You know, it was very diverse with combat, but it was just people more spread out now. People can do what they wanted to do without less friction. But they saw this, they complained about it, which I'm like, that's a little unfair. Just like they're still polishing up, that's fine. But then the thing that did happen is because, again, during this time, developers were being pressured because the people who they co-owned the rights of this game with, they were trying to like, hey, push money on it. We don't care about, like, let's be real. They did not care about the game. They just wanted profit. That was it. Line and sinker. Which is so sad, but it's the truth. I'm gonna start eating the crunchy bends I found and regen a little more health that way. But anyway, what I was trying to say was, they did that, and they made it where you can buy on the Steam store these golden keys, where you can have it on you. You can, like, as you saw, I even had 10 of them, and you can find these golden containers. So like sometimes you would be in your spawn, you would find a golden container. Oh shit, that's where that is this where it, and you run back, and then you go grab your key and you head back and go grab it, hoping no one saw you and try to intercept you, you know. So yeah, not enough keys to unlock, pretty much. Yeah, which now it's kind of a joke because people have modded the shit out of this game. Like that one server I was on, like all those cosmetics, like I bet I pull up on my single player, try buying the same things, oh, much higher price. But yeah, there was a guy who has this modded little server, and everything's super duper cheap. But everything that makes sense gameplay wise was the same default price as it should be. And that's why I loved about those servers. Even when it's deaf, some people would eventually come on, and it was fun. Okay, some rounds, smoke grenade, 9mm barrel, that's pretty good. Okay. We're almost there. Like, just, where do you see things like this? Like, this reminds me, like, I remember when I first went to this, I was like, this reminds me of, like, a graffitied up Oblivion temple over here, man. This is cool. Imagine, but you can imagine the different areas that you would be in and be like, oh, where can I be addressed? Is there a sniper in the far distance? Is he in the grass? Is he laying down? Is he crouched down? Yeah, you can lay down, you can crouch. Oh, it was great. And what's so funny about this game is, as much as it seemed like it was going to go in the bad realm of like, oh, but it's going to be the next DayZ. It's just going to be boring people camping all over the place. Like, no, there's a lot of systems where you can kind of get around it, and resources and all that stuff. The only thing that would really suck would be, like, again, that person who invested so much time, they have the end game sniper rifle and they have so much munitions for it, and there you go and done, they're picking off. But the same area, you can tactfully get to that person, you know, use camouflage, crawl through, you know, take your time. As long as you made it up there and you kill him, you got his shit, because he dropped everything. In this game, you drop everything. So it was very huge for them to reposition or just to flat out full out rush them. And it paid off, man. It paid off. Every sense of the word. Okay, so we're almost there to the apartments. Which, I remember the apartments, I'm not one of those guys, but that's not going to be the end of the world. One of these apartments, I remember, what was I? 16, 17, 18 at that time? Jesus Christ. Is that long ago? To give reference, I'm 23 now. So, in line with the years in a sense. Oh, I heard something. But anyway. So, going on, I remember I was like, oh man, these apartment buildings would be a great, even though it's this huge location, if this game's dead or what have you. Oh yeah, you see in the bottom, it's capturing. Once it gets to 50, that's when it's so funny. I know all this information from my heart because I fucking play the shit out of this game. I love this game, man, and it still hurts my heart. It's not popular. It's gone in a sense. Like, it's still here, but you know, like even with my friend Stick said, you can't buy the default version anymore. You have to go buy the $15 re-release, and it kicks me in the nuts thinking about that. I'm a holder of this lost art, and it's crazy. But yeah, I remember I was somewhere. It was somewhere out here. I remember, and obviously I don't have any of this stuff anymore. It so sucks. I remember going out and being like, I scouted so many locations. I'm like, okay, this would be a great roleplay area, or you can make a machinima, or a YouTube video, or whatever. And I remember I sat down and I written scripts. I've written scripts where, like, I had this, you know, I was doing a huge reference to the character from, oh my gosh. God, it's blinking my head right now. I'll pull it up right on my, give me one moment, please. Pull up over here. It's in my favorites, so it's not gonna be that hard to find. Yeah, how to survive. There you go. I was doubting myself. I was a big dummy. Big dummy. Yeah, so how to survive, or also how to survive 2. From there, I was gonna say was pretty much like I made like a Kovac kind of like a character in that sense for that raid. And I had all these other characters interacting with each other. Like I had a Kovac where he was going through his great adventures, showing people how to survive. And obviously I would regale you with 10 times better voice over performance. But right now it's very late. It's 4:30 a.m. in the morning. And I could probably do that another time if you really wanted to. But anyway, also as you can see, this entire time it slowly inches up and up. That's why it's so important getting the apartment complex. As early as you can, if you can. And why it's a huge benefit to have people on your side. Because if you have so many people on your side and they're all in multiple places, you have 2 guys holding down this area, stopping other people from capping us. Oh man, it's crazy. Well, yeah, I had written characters where they had close relationships. One of them, like, different ones lived in specific tunnels. Some of them had their own little areas. They've had their great, like, I had an idea of the framing of how it would be, and how I would use like a tool to kind of like because that was the thing during that time. Someone actually found a tool in this game where you can kind of can I put this, you can kind of like pre-cam, and you can kind of like make it, you know, again, make it where you're not holding an item or whatever, or no hands or anything. And it was huge. It was huge because it allowed me to have that creative freedom to do that. Just I needed to figure that out, and it was modding, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm not sure what cheating, and I still want to do this, so I'm like, maybe I'll still do the classic first-person perspective from like me being as a player, or if able, turn off the HUD, which if I recall, you can't really turn off the HUD because, you know, bad in the game in a sense. But there you go. And that's where I was just like, man, it would be so great if I could do this, could do that. And I remember I made so many excuses, and I know I could have still done it. And I bet, like, even in that timeline, even if it was like it was embarrassing or whatever it may be, I'm like, no, even now I would want to see what I did. I made so many creative, like, if I were to give an idea, look up, I think Stalker, think of how to survive with, you know, the character Kovac, and then also think of like the apocalyptic comic book, romantically apocalyptic. Good friend Lyle, he introduced me to that, and yeah, I had a lot of great inspirations. I had stuff that was not done before and I wanted to do, and it was so funny. I was gonna have like some people that live in an apartment together, but they were opposing sides, but they didn't want to like, but they were in love. And it was like, you know, that kind of like, you know, they shouldn't be together, but they are. Like, I've written so many different storylines of like different lives and stuff where you kind of peer through like little windows where certain people lived. There was again, people, there's hope, there's, you know, there's kind of like the equivalency of the homeless and stuff in the areas, but then in certain areas they were more stronger, like maybe the park area or whatever. Yeah, the military people all set up in different checkpoints and areas, which you'll find all over inside the city and some of the outskirts too. Then you'll have like scenes like, you know, I would use that vehicle up the top left probably for like a little Mad Max kind of scene or something along those lines. Something to, like, utilizing every inch that I can, like giving meaningless lore to something like, oh yeah, I found this barrel, maybe freaking Kenny's boiled up bodies in it, you know, and Kenny was like a very consistent, great character. Obviously, I'm saying that shit out my ass for that last part, for the Kenny thing, but that's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to give value to a world that to most people they see as empty, but I see as a playground for an imagination, which obviously you could say that for anything in every, you know, fandom or any sort of development of that aspect. And the reason why I'm saying this is because, like, I'm saying this from the heart. It's very real, and it's something that it's so many years ago, and like, you know, it's like, if I don't say it now, it's never gonna be said. And it just made so many great, compelling stories, little mini movies, kind of like little shorts, series that were going to be crossing together. There was going to be like two soldiers that were, two buds who were just like, were very, I had many ideas. Like there's two soldiers who are posted scanning out different areas, or scouts. They're like forward operating group, well, just this reconnaissance group, and they would go out and kind of comment on the events of what's going on, or they'd say nothing. They would just crack jokes and do morbid bullshit, you know, just crap like that. But then they would see the events of these little other series that are going on while they're happening, but they don't, like, they could definitely have like ended all these series, but they chose not to because it was something that was interesting in the field, and they wanted to see how it ended out, and two, like, you know, they didn't want to just be they didn't want it to be just simply like, oh well, it's freaking boring, you know, simply as it is. Okay, now we have the apartment complex. Cool, we'll head to the mini mart now. Cool, yeah. Nice. Friends captured territory. We'll drop down here. Anything in here? Nice. It is. But yeah, like it was that was one of the hugest things I remember faintly, and I had this stuff all written down. Like I said, it was all scripted. I actually had a bunch of friends and voice actors that were all getting together to do all this stuff. Sadly, my bud Michael, that I knew in real life, he was a huge component of it, and we were trying to get it all going. And we needed him to be, in a sense, a cameraman and to also get other stuff. But he was a no-show. He just kind of didn't care. And like, even though it seemed like everything was going to be invested, he left it as be what it is. We were down a cameraman. We already had our crew. We already had our scripts, everything. We already had stuff rehearsed. We had stuff voice acted. And, you know, we just simply needed to have someone to capture it and record it and we just connect pieces together. As we lost that, people then started fading with time, fading interest, and it's something that I know until I booted up this game. Even though it hurts me and pains me in that sort of aspect, it's so sad, but like, it's something I know for a fact I have forgotten because it's something that I logically, it made sense to repress. Because I remember putting so much care, so much effort, so much time into it. And, you know, and I get that, like, that's life, you know, that's pretty much how that goes. All I can probably do now is, as a person who's matured in this time, maybe I could pull up the classic book and I could just make it its own stories, or either I could just have it be its own standalone thing, or maybe I could still have it connected to Nether just to bring a little bit more love and appreciation and care and attention to a game that sadly deserved it in a sense, because it just, oh, it's so good. So good. So many Easter eggs, so many great unique areas that were just straight up unique or iconic, but it's only gonna live in the eyes of myself and the memes and what they meant. Like the sniper area, I remember snipers being in this tower. People would imagine, see those birds, imagine you have like 5 guys jumping out of the building when you and your friend just got out of a fight with Nether enemies, and then you and your friend just see 5 guys on gliders gliding towards you. What do you do? What do you do? Like, you know, it was insane. It was so cool. It was so many great experiences, which is so sad because after all these years, it's fading me now. That's the thing. I literally feel like I'm having, in a sense, dementia, and it kills me. It's like I know you, but I forgot you, and it's just fucking. It's killing me, man. It's killing me in every aspect of the way, and it's just a pain. All I can do is just kind of, for this stream, it's nonsensical rambling, but at the same time it's rambling to someone who was there and cared. Oh, you bitch. But, you know, Can I make progress? Can I make things still happen? Oh no! Don't. He has needles that he shoots out of his stomach. Like, man, a lot of stuff that I remember is usually like, I don't remember it until I'm in the field, and I remember from action or from that repetition. It's insane. Not thought about this game for a while. Every time I play this game, it makes me feel emotional, and it's so great. Because, you know, a game's good when it makes you feel that way. I've played so many games that are stalker online-like games. And this one has its own funny, unique charm. And it's so sad when I see like stuff like this. I'm like, yeah, this is because the developers left it because they said screw it. No one cares for their effort and work. Well, this is what you get, players. And in a sense, it's a wasteland now because people have to now reap what they freaking sowed. They sadly just took a lot of other unnecessary people. People cared about everything down with them. Was it gonna just end as it is? Probably. You know, I'm not gonna say that it wasn't. There's always gonna be negative Nancy's who are gonna be like, man, but it was always gonna be like this or whatever. It's like, it doesn't matter. It's the fact that we push the envelope to make it be worst case scenario. I'm just glad it's not fully lost art, but practically is. And that's pretty much where it lies now. Can we eat a little food? Okay. I remember I used to know exactly like this food gives this amount of hunger back, and you just, yeah, like, you know, oh, just be an inch of life and just drink 2 water bottles or something like that. I don't remember. I remember there was like a cheeky way to get over here. I would go underneath here, or I think it was somewhere over here on the right. Just look at some of the stuff out here, man. It's good. Is it here? No. Somewhere over here. I'm trying to remember. Something said hi to me. Okay, well, I'm out of stamina, so this is bad. Uh-oh. Yeah, there's his needles. Okay, we need to... not book it. Okay. Even if he doesn't drop anything, you still get XP. Which I remember playing with people who were like, oh my god, I gotta look at the video guide, and I'm like, there is no video guide. People who've done this, like, you just know this information, you just gotta run with it. You gotta, like, there's so many unpredictable variables, you just gotta roll with it. You're like, I don't like that, or I just killed this guy, he didn't drop any loot. I remember all the people complaining. I'm just like, you get XP, it doesn't necessarily tell you straight up in your face sometimes. Oh god, one of the flyers, great. Ah, we made the mall. Let's see, we can get through here. I know there's there's a way to get in on the side. Yeah, I'm gonna go through the way that I think I remember. Gosh, where is that? Nothing there either. Yeah, there's a way. Because, like, there's a way to over there that lead into here. What route was it? Okay, well, got equipment to carry. Let's check our carry weight. Now let's close the sides limit. Hey kid, you need to get a better backpack, kiddo. I'm just like, I know. What can I do though? I know there's a path through here. You might get too close to that thing, but going for fake nostalgia. Where was it? there's an area over here. I remember me and my friend Dale. We would go out and we would, I had a great spot where I can just like put myself underneath. And it was a great path because you could just like, you and your friend could just hunker down in there and just hold it up. Which I wish I remembered. It's one of those things where you're like, I'm never gonna forget this. You remember it, just forgot how you did it. Just, yeah. But it is for what it is. Like there's a way to go, in a sense, underneath. Actually, these areas, it was somewhere else. Don't drown. It's one thing this game does not have mercy with the area over here. I don't remember it being over here. Not at all. Yeah, no, not at all. It has to be over at these buildings. It's so funny just being able to face through these areas because, like I said, they made it, they released it, they were going to make more work on it, people gave them so much shit. That's where it ended. But was it right here? There's like a way to get inside the building on the underneath side and be able to cap. Kind of wave. When you cap this location, it just keeps spawning food resources for you, which is so great. But yeah. Ugh. I'm trying to remember, and I'm clearly not finding it. Either it's somewhere, I just know it's nearby. Either it's at this location, or either it's nearby, so that you could easily fall back to. So I remember we would hold out in there, we would, make food in real life, we would crack jokes, we'd play, like, stock or whatever music that we wanted to play over our microphones, or, with share screening and stuff like that. And I remember, knowing that we would hear players fighting and gunshots and shit, and we're like, well, we're safe in here, we got our guns trained on there, and cracking jokes, and no one cares about the mini-mart, or, sorry, the mini-mall, and we would just pop out, grab a bunch of food, hop back in there, food would sting us down there, and we were making profit that way. And we could sell other players and barter with them for the food, we could store up for future expeditions to be far out. Oh. And did it crash? Did the game crash? Oh, no, just tapped me out for some weird odd reason. That was weird. I wasn't even touching my computer whatsoever. I was just sitting here and just chilling. But like it was that. It was so many people we met, so many people I fought, which is another thing that makes me even question. Like, it's great in the moment, but what purpose? Like, it's kind of the same thing with teaching anyone anything. It's like, sure, certain great in that area, but I remember I was teaching adults when I was a young kid. Cause I was on my own. A lot of people, like, when I did play with friends, we really kept close, but if not, then I was just on my own, and I had to pathfind. I had to find so many different areas, and it was rewarding, and people would just see it and be like, oh, that's really cool, or whatever, or like, that, I had no idea this existed, blah blah blah. I'm like, yeah, it was really cool. Now I see it more as people these days are no longer about wonderment or adventure. It's more so cold, calculated, oh, cool, I now know this, I know how to make progression, and I've, in a sense, used you in that aspect or that sense, and you're now no longer useful. Hey, is this the area? I think this is the area. Hey, I found it. Holy shit, I found it. Wow, that is... And we just sit right here, we cap it. We'd just sit, kick back. No one would expect us. Yeah, I got reputation, your tribe, capture territory. That's funny. But yeah, usually food kind of spawns. They'll spawn, like a bunch of people spawn with time, but I know a lot of it spawns up there, if I remember. But usually it's kind of random sometimes too. We'll just go up on these buildings, hopefully not attract that attention of that monster. Likely probably will and probably die, but at least I... Oh, and here we go. Hello, goodbye. Okay, yeah, you see that? This is what I'm talking about. This is the part of the not so fun time. Okay, so it went back. Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna stick around it. That's fate. Okay, fine, you get the Doritos. Fine, you get to keep it. That was yeah, and it's like, what I'm happy is I'm glad I did find it for the sake of that memory thing, and two, I was able to share it with you, and in a sense share it with myself again, because now you can kind of see that I've been here. I've been here so many times. I got hit there. That's my call to get to that safe zone and get us 10 rapid starters. You know, I'm not gonna just fight him. What you gonna do? Alright, where are we? The tower outpost. Dearest Vault. I'm just playing. Which, gosh, I remember people being up here and scouting, and I remember people on active comms hearing them like, I'm seeing movement towards the northeast, 3 clicks away. Interception team, Bravo team, clear out that group, and legit, you'd see people start dying. I think there was like notifications of who killed who. I'm trying to remember, it's been so long that I've seen players play through this game. But yeah, it was a fucking time to be alive. Absolutely worth it. Usually I wouldn't really probably care for a game that probably has this kind of like aspect to it, but I do care. I absolutely do. It was a good game. That's something I could say confidently. You also get XP for selling items. For now, yeah. Okay, like money. Yeah, that's shotgun select. That's for the shotgun you use to make craft. Let's see, go to the store. Oh look, you want to buy these cosmetics? It's no longer $1, like I told you. Now, 1,750, 2,500. We'll go through the cosmetics. Now you can actually see the real value of what these were appraised at. See, like, so many people made clans or groups out of certain masks. Some people were like, we are the riot control. We're the security of Lakeside. Other people who are, get out with your stock, or some American patriots. We had a lot of people with these masks, had their evil sinister clans. People had the Nether backpack that the skin had and camouflaged with Nether and pretend to be a Nether. Pilgrim. Oh yeah, these were used a lot too. Masks. I like the Spec Ops one and the Night Stalker mask. But my favorite was Secret Identity. That was one I used a lot. Yeah, there's Master Commander Master Chief. It's great. Headhunter, you know, Sun's Bounty Hunter. Freaking Boba Fett. It's great. Be Deadpool or Unkillable. So many great references in here. Freedom Fighter. Well, some of the stuff reminds me of Summer Eve 2. Some reminds me of Payday. Honey Badger, I'll be right over here. Peacekeeper, yeah. Oh, The Professional, that was another hat I used. That was a good one too. Yeah, you also had like you can customize your arms and you can change like how you see your character's arms. I always use Gallon's bracers all the time. I saw a lot of people, the PvP talk to people were always using the bindings ones. The guys who were always protecting you usually try using the metal sheet ones. But I didn't like how they all kind of were shiny. I either used the Shadow Slayer or, and you know, it look like you freaking Batman or Galleon bracer. There's military backpack. Yeah, Balaclava was good too. I had a lot of friends that loved the face bandana, as you can see right here. Yeah, there was a lot of roleplay opportunity with these masks. As you would grind it out, you'd get these masks, and you'd be different people, you know. And you saw earlier. Wardrobe helmet, wardrobe arms. The heck? This is new to me. I don't remember this. Weird, okay. I don't know how to feel about that. Anyway, so yeah, so this was the cost for medical supplies, food. Ideally you want to do water, or either you wanted the canned food, which I did these two. Sure, people did like, oh, but my stamina. Like, sure, great. I remember flashlight. You could go out and earn and get a I always got the red one, usually. Or when I was playing Stalker, I'd get the green one. But usually you wanted to be logical, you would get a color. You would get a, you know, white filter or colorless one, because, yeah, much. Ah, the glider, so cheap. So cheap. I remember it used to be more expensive, but I think when they let go of the game, they made certain things cheaper. So it wasn't like, oh my gosh, I'm being curb stomped and I can't chase after these people with wing glider. So you had like a lot of people with wing gliders. Melee was here, so $20 for the crowbar that we're using right now. Machete, 40. Grim Reaper melee right here. So 3. Okay. I like the Grim, I like the machete. Crowbar has always been a fun one. What was it? Sure, it was always the fun meme to run around with the katana. Man, you had a nice shiny katana. It was fun killing people with the shovel. That was a good time. They had munitions, you had to value, like, okay, do I really want to have the stuff? Do I want to find out in the world? Do I want to grind it out? I want to, and, you know, guns, you had to really go find or earn or craft the guns. The only one you can buy is just this one, the canned gun, which again, you can craft. You saw what we needed to craft it. And it was worthwhile. Also, yeah, like, let me go through these skills before, like, my character dies out from hunger and stuff. So, like, get your guns, which, you know, there you go. So skill fire decreases melee stamina cost. This one, the high jump skill increases your survivor's jump height by 20%. That allowed you so much verticality, because now you're able like to jump in areas that no one else can reach. And there's so many areas that the game promotes you to explore and to do, and it was so great. Let me pull up that one build that is right over here. Strength. Just to carry more weight stuff. Do that. Let's see what happens. Okay, so we captured those two areas. Sadly, we captured the area, and if it is lost, it's lost. But you know, there you go. So yeah, 1 out of time. Okay, you'd grab the courier, because it was so efficient. If you just looked around, you found as many courier ones, or you made sure to travel to one that's, you grab one that's super far away, or you want to just go only to the one outpost neighbors. Because it was farther away, the more better to pay, but obviously the entire time you can get intercepted. Doesn't mean you can't stop by at other locations. It's just pretty much how it went. Let's see if it does save. Turn to main menu. Probably won't. Bet it won't, but if it does, that's cool. Alright, we are connecting. We are connecting. Look for the best. Interesting that it was making me do this, which I mean, I'm not gonna argue. Okay, so we gotta pull that back. And it is unclaimed, so it is reset. That is right. It is single player. If it was on a server, you can actually keep it, you know, because, you know, the server is going to stay up. So it actually meant something. For like the server wipe. Well, not server wipe, it was just reset of the server, but everyone would keep it fine. Man, I'm just regen health. Get out of here. Okay. I've been up with stalkers. Man. That way I'm the only stalker. The one time I want to be a stalker. You know, in reference to Dollcraft. When I'm playing Nether. But there you go. And I know I could have been spending the night grinding and Stallcraft, making more progression and doing all that stuff, but this is worth it to me. In so many aspects. Gosh, and I know I could probably look on the discussion boards. I can go through and I can probably find and show you. Can't cross this area. I think I know, I think I remember this area. I think it was like, yeah, something like this. Water. My water now. I dribble. You fold. Dribble. Anyway, gosh, now I'm losing the thought that I was just on right now. So apologies there. Wish I was not that. I was just so breathtaking with this game. But, it's like, life and death in this game mattered at the same time. That's why you played. Little rats. Yeah, you dribbled too? Yeah. Oh, and okay. Bye-bye. But yeah, like, and just camouflaging, popping out, being jumped. Like, literally, you literally got jumped like you're getting mugged in this game. And you did the same thing back to people. It was a great experience. But yeah, pretty much. Man, the sad part is I'm not showing everything that is absolutely awesome about this game. That's why I only can say it in passing. Yeah, but I'll have to look back. I'll have to see if there's... I'll have to look at that game where people can actually buy now, the $15 one, and see if it actually has any players playing it. Let's see that. Let me see. Let me do that right now. So it's called Nether: The Untold Chapter. That was the thing that they released. They re-released the game on May 15th, 2019. Let me, give me one moment, please. Steam charts. Oh, wow. So currently on the Untold Chapter. So 56.34 of the reviews for Nether, the Untold Chapter, is positive, even though that one got completely review bombed. Currently in that game, there's only one player playing. All-time peak was 4 years ago at 162 players. 24-hour peak. Okay, so there's people still playing. There's 3 players. On January 13th, Friday of this year, there's 5 players playing. That is so sad and insane, and I'm so happy that in a sense people are still playing it. It's just sad. Let me see. 3 years. That's insane. Twitch viewers. Wow, even tracks Twitch viewers. That's crazy. Steam Hub follower charts steady 1,200 people. Bro, it's so niche. Okay, so I'm gonna have to look up Steam charts Nether. No, not the Untold chat. I just want Nether. Resurrect. That's right. Resurrected. Ooh, yeah, that's right. When they were banning it all. That's right. 41% of the players found it. You know, I'm gonna actually pull it up, John. Here, give me one moment, please. Give me one moment. I'm gonna pull this up over here so you guys can see this, so I'm not having to just take it off my word. There we go. I'm also gonna get out of the game. Well, my character's still regenerating health. There you go. But anyway, we will pull this up right here. So, like I said, until chapter 55, well, 56 of the players, or 268 players, rated the game positively. Very dead. Nether resurrected. Yeah, that's probably me who's in game. That's me. 24 hours, which makes sense. All-time peak was 10,000 players and 930, and that was 9 years ago. Back in 2014. I remember that. I remember I was there before that. That's the saddest part. 3 players. Oh, we had 4 players. Isn't it so sad that such a game can fall such situation? And it's a fun game. It's fun mechanically. It's fun, what have you. It's just there's so many new games and so much other stuff and fading interest, you know, and people not having the dedication or loyalty to this stuff. And they weren't there. They didn't go through it. I don't blame them. It's just sad. It's just sad seeing this in every way possible. But yeah. So yeah, this app has been retired and is no longer available in the Steam store. Yep, it is retired. And I remember it was Nether, and then they were thinking about retiring it, but you know, they just left on life support, and they removed all, and then they made it Nether resurrected, and then it didn't catch its life again, and then that's when they cut the support. They were gone, and then they're facing all that other bull crap. And then it was in 2019 when they said that the game is back. And let's view the, yeah, let's see. Oh, that's not good. Let's see. Patches for Resurrected was actually like, look, we had 2013. No title, but can we actually view it? Update was detected by an official patch. Right, yeah. Yeah, I remember they had some updates because they had their own website. That's the reason why they updated, like, here's the updates on our own website. Yeah, they were updating it until 2016 when that was like the last bit of it. And this, they came back 2019. Going through hotfix, general. Changed to 100 instead of 50. So it looks like they were trying to make quality of life stuff. Because that's all I heard. People were like, oh, we're so excited. Quality of life stuff. Fix some stairs. Oh no, I didn't want to click that to go in there. I wanted to check out these forums. Gosh. Also, welcome to my goose chase. My my wonderment has no bounds now, does it? But yeah, pretty much. What happened then? Update, patch. Okay, we had a new mission system and a couple of missions go with it. Oh, that's cool. New to the game. Add a HUD icon for anti-nether devices needing repair. Switching between weapons is slightly faster, less animation time. When switching to a melee weapon only, you can instantly cancel the switch animation to use the melee to block or to attack. This should make gameplay feel smoother. Wow, that is pretty cool. Added the weapon icon to the HUD on top of the ammo. You can now switch between weapon slots while sprinting. Wow. More fixing has been done regarding the melee hitbox tracing systems. It updated all languages. It seemed like they were trying. It was just such a skeleton crew and such a shot in the dark. Barrels fix physics. But we do actually have a Discord. No, so it is there. There's 73 people who are in there online. But total members is 526 players. I have to go all that way out to get into it. That's so funny. I may just join it for the meme. Not the meme, but like, I guess in a sense closure. I don't know really how to really best word it, but it's just to kind of cover it in a sense. See where it is. See where it lay. Another thing I hate about having to join all these servers is when you have cap of servers, you have to figure out what server to get rid of. Yeah, I'm just gonna get rid of that one. Should I? Yeah, I'll get rid of it. Screw 'em. Screw 'em. That's just how it is. That's how it is, brother. How it is, brother. Alright, people. Showtime. Oh, they have Meeseeks in the server. It's adorable. Welcome to the official Nether Untold Chapter Discord server. Please read and follow our rules and info so everyone can have the best experience possible. Yeah, so pretty much. Okay. So, people, we are here. So we got people who are welcome. When was the last couple times? So there's some people who joined in 2013. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. Roles and info. Completed a role. Oh, that's always a great time. Gotcha. Price check. Frequently asked questions. The compilation of it. When will the game be available? The release date is set for May 15th, 2019. City by this game? Yes, you will. We are a completely new development team working on this game, so our work should be treated as such. Oh boy. Though the essence of the game is still the same, a lot of the development and time has been put into it. It only makes sense that it's made as a new game. No, I understand that. Like I was being over dramatic there. Like I understand the logistics and having to get the crowdfunding and all that stuff for that. How much is the game going to cost? The game will be sold initially for $15. Will the game still use the same engine, Unreal 3? Yes, and there are no plans for this to be changed. Yeah, it's okay. I kind of wish they updated it. At the same time, I do kind of like that classic look, even though it's not the best. Will there be a free weekend though? We will have no specific plan. Let's see. Hold on. Be option host your own server. Yes, you will be able to host your own service at will. Okay, that's nice. See, that is something I actually like, that you can just host your own server at will. That's dope. Global entries. Be a server base. That means that you're going to write items you collect will only be able to server you collected them. Sure, we will announce soon. And all the purchasable items for real money will be cosmetic only. Yeah, that's one other huge thing that they were very keen on, is they wanted to, yeah, cosmetic only. Factions work the same way they currently do for the time being, yes. Still have that 10 factions that you can join and have their own standing amongst them. Will items be visible while on the ground, or will they be in containers? They'll be in containers for the time being. Player dives to their items, jump items, course menu. Items from player will all be on the ground upon death. So yeah, it's very classic. There'd be new weapons and monsters, yes to both. What about previous special game modes? Or yeah, Arena. There was actually a DLC that they released for Nether Arena. We do want to bring these in, but not for the time being. So they didn't, in a sense. Will you respawn the same spot you logged out, or will you get a new spawn save zone? For now, we are keeping it logging back where you last connected. Oh, so they changed it instead of completely random. That's interesting. Will there be weather? Unfortunately, for the time being, we will not add this. Let's see. Will there be vehicle? Okay, we are in the process of fixing them and re-adding them in the game. The buggy you get as a reward for capturing the area in the wasteland is still available. Will character level port from server to server? No. Yeah, of course. Yeah, no. Well, account level port from server to server? No. Yeah, again, just for its own server. Official announcements. Let's check it. Wow. Wow. Fire on data center where we had some of the oh boy, servers had a fire on Tuesday, or else including the game servers went down. Other servers are online again. Well, I'm glad someone cared to post that in 2023, my dude. What? Come on, please bring this game back. Ooh. So a preview of the Nether map running on Unreal Engine. So, I am curious. I'm not hearing it in audio, so it's probably just visual. Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay. Not the worst. Yeah, so yeah, people did mention the third person. That's pretty cool. So yeah, it looks like they are reusing every single asset they can from the previous game, which, I mean, heck, you know, you did your work the first time, why do it again? Obviously, do it again if you want to improve shit, but, you know, there you go. Sadly no audio, but there you go. General chat. Oh, oof. Oh, the check. Oh no. Oh, the chat. What the fuck? Oh, that's. Ooh. Pain in my asshole. Me when I imagine that someday will be more than 10 players in Nether. Oh, this hurts me, man, and I feel this pain. I feel this pain tremendously. Oh, this is. So yeah, did they just go dark? Like because I kind of expected something like this to happen, so I didn't get it. I was like, until I hear more, like, and as much as I want to put money to support that vision, I already put money down. Earn some. Just my new divs. Shit to our mouth. Attention. Good thing they don't really never punch based on another opportunity. Oh, this chat. Holy. Oh my god, now someone has to bring up Konami and MGS, of course. Ah. That's back in 2020. The thing that sucks is they're still around. Like, respect. Yeah, yeah. They joined this in 2018. Oh, no, no, no. It's just their account. Okay, no, they joined in 2020. Okay, December. Okay, never mind. My brain was just went freaking AWOL. Just left the building there. This person. 2022. Oh my god. That person left. He's no longer in the server. Person's in the server still. How do we tell him? So the support section is kind of limited. I don't know. Just because there's a bug first time I want to put it here. I launched the game. It's seen 2 servers plus single player. I played a bit of single player and wanted to hop into server multiplayer server. I don't know, servers popping. See, just like how I did. It's so funny. If any veteran players know of a fix, I appreciate it. How do we if you've not found out by now, the game is dead. It has been dead for years. I'm surprised you found any servers online at all. Oh, also worth mentioning, the servers are insanely spotty. Sometimes none will show up, and hours later, maybe 2 will be there. That's why I started running single player. Man, I forgot how hard it is to start from scratch. I don't. Yeah, no, single player sucks because of the fact that, like, see, if you could play as a faction in single player, if it saved the if it actually saved your captures for those bases, it'd just be tremendously easy at that rate, and you just, it's your own little world pretty much. Like, I'm kind of happy kind of resets because it kind of like resets status quo in a sense. It's something new again to do, but again, you're just kind of waiting there, and there's no PvP. It's just, it's a whole process. Whole process. This is so sad. Oh my god, here's the guy. Sid. Oh. No, you have an invisible Discord. What? You trying to blend this motherfucker? Hold on. Now I feel like I need a. Hold on, streamer mode no longer active. Broski. Just have it active. Yeah. Yeah, I took it off. What are you gonna do about it? Silent Terror. He has a Twitch? I have to see this. I have to see this. Silent Terror 3.2. I'm not doing your Silent offline. What? They're playing Infest. Oh my god. Z? They're playing that game? Not even playing donations. There's nothing to see. 3.2 followers. Donations are welcome to pop up and stream. Donate PayPal. Oh my gosh. Even a gaming setup. Bro's got a gaming setup, my guy. My name is Silent Terror, aka Steve, and I like to play video games since over 15 years. Right now I am a game developer of Infestation the News. What? What? Oh my gosh, did you freaking jump ship 5 years ago? Bro, this is fraudster. Fucking fraudster. Holy scheisse, community manager. How about you? We got another Twitcher. We got another Twitch streamer. Oh, he's got his own custom thing. He's offline. Oh, he's also a developer of Infestation the New Z over 5 years ago. Come on, my man. This is like news to me. Like, holy crap. Like, this is what happened? Because, like, I haven't heard anyone talk about this game in years. Oh. Discord administrator. A hell of a guy, because he came from hell. The New York Times. Outstanding gentleman in his field of turds. I don't know. I don't really know this guy. That's I mean, Discord member. I don't even see how long you've been here. Bro's got all this. Like, what the fuck, dude? He has it all on here. My man. Dude, these poor people. I'm not gonna be one of those, like, people who are making comments like, oh, these poor people, I'm a concentrator, like, or so. No, like, fellow fallen brothers. As a fellow man, just, you may not see it right now, chat, but I am doing a salute. I am doing the MGS freaking 3 salute right now. For all the, like, including myself here. Including myself here. Instead of the green beret here, I've updated, and even after all this time, still here. What heroes? They didn't deserve this. What absolute heroes. They... oh my golly. You're all heroes. You all put the money down, you put the time. So did I. Respect to everyone here. My soul still wants this to be successful. It's not gonna happen. I can get the new game and play now in the sense with people and maybe do some sort of thing with the very small community and what have you, but at that rate I would just invite them all to play StarCraft or play something sanity. I don't know. How could you set us up? How could you? We trusted you, god damn it. Banned us. I'm sorry, I'm just being over dramatic here. You went silent on us. But you're silent with me now. We fight, we cry, we try making the zone our zone. And yet, we get nothing. Despite all those years from 2013 to 2023. That's 10 years. Oh my god. It was 10 years ago. Minimum. This is, well, if I'm ever in this game, I know for a fact I'm always going to be lonely unless I have my fellow battle brothers with me, and if I want to be even... If I do want to join them again, and accessible state, I could go buy the other game, but I'm... What a display. What a display. So sad. So sad. You know, I'm gonna... Right here. I'm gonna go buy... Come on. Okay, you know... Okay, I guess it's... There we go. Ah, yes, of course, the shop changes a little bit. Ah, I should have got the wingsuit while I was there. I was gonna go buy the wingsuit and just... No. Store. Hey, there we go. Yes, purchase. Purchase 4. Of course, maybe in their new game, maybe it got updated, whatever it may be. This is classic. Not updated, it's not been touched in so long. Oh yes, if you crash and bump into anything, even the wall or whatever, you just fall straight down. But you had to plan exactly how you want to do it. Yes, you just time it perfectly. Lied. I remember, oh, I just remember one of another great spot I wanted people to meet up in and do a skit. We were having the HQ for the initial group. I remember now, we were gonna have like this kind of religious zealot yet semi-stable, like the most stable people in the world, but they were religious zealots that were crazy, and they like it. I think it was gonna be part of like the Hope faction or whatever. I'm trying to remember from all these years, but they were here. We had, that's right, I remember now. We had them living somewhere around over here. Maybe they had a, you know, hangout spot, kind of like gold plated or whatever. I'm trying to remember where in this building. I don't think it's higher. I think it's lower. I think I had a character who was an assassin who lived like in an apartment. He was always watching over people and stalking everyone. He was that solid professional, and but then he would, every time he took a shot to go kill someone with a sniper rifle, it would end up saving the people he's trying to kill, and it would just create like this ripple effect in the series of like constant failures that ended up making this like beautiful story that is all these little mini-series making into this one huge series once you kind of like get all the pieces together of how what happened to what. But yep, that is this is Nether. There's a lot more to it, but it's not, you're not going to be able to experience it with other players. The memories are great, strong for me, and I wish it was in those more accessible days where I could easily record and stream like how I am now. If I would have been streaming every day. It would have been the most funniest shit ever. The most tense moments ever. It would have been so much on the line when it mattered. This is it's sad. It's crazy. Yeah, and I'm the one guy who's in there. The one guy. He has the audacity. Man, okay, so it was 2014. There we go. There you go. June. Yeah. 9 years ago. There you go. Nether Productions LLC. Totally not sketchy. 10,000 people used to live here. Now it's a ghost town. 10,930 people used to live here. Now it's a ghost town. Alright. I think I'm good. Making me more sad. So, I'm gonna let Lugo retire. Can I see myself still playing this game? As sad as it is, yes. I can still see myself traversing through these areas, having memories, recounting scripts I've once had and in a sense faded in memory and lost. There's so many great things that could have been done. It makes me feel sad because I feel like in a sense I could have been responsible, maybe bringing some popularity or some sort of semblance of hope and happiness. It's hard to say. It's very hard to say. I know the scripts are gone now, but I remember how the basic storylines kind of went, and just, man, all I can say is, you know, in the same sense, I'm not going to try putting the whole burden on my shoulders, but a part of me feels like I could have done more. But what could I have done? I was very young. Crazy. All right. Well, simply put, I want to say thank you all for being a part of this journey, for checking out Nether Resurrected and taking a peek of the curtain of Nether, the Untold chapter. I'm glad to see that in the sense you can still play the other game, you can host and stuff like that, but obviously even like this game of Resurrected, the servers are infrequent, they turn off and on, and you know, you could be like, you could probably be me who's in their server playing for hours, and then I hop out and I hop back on, and I'm like, I do not see the server there anymore. All that time wasted, because you're playing on the multiplayer server hoping to run to another multiplayer player, right? And you're hoping that in a sense, your progression and your items now hold merit, more value, and it'll be more interesting. But here fate lies. Now the closest thing I can say is at least there's other games that sort of take its merit. Stay Out, Stallcraft, a bunch of other ones, and that part is, and this is the worst part, is it completely had a monopoly, especially on the American mind, and Lingua Franca had so much attention, it just needed to carry on and keep pushing through. It could have been so successful. It had a lot of things going up for it. It just wasn't for that right situation, and if it wasn't for the issue of them just being the best programmers, and they just put the money and just was not greedy, then things would be different. Yeah. So the last update seems to be on April 1st, 2020. That is can I just say, that is a good joke. That is a good joke. All right. I appreciate y'all. You guys better scram. Take care. Have a good one. Auf Wiedersehen. Tschüss. Goodbye. And if anyone cares about any of the thoughts that I had, or to hear any more stories or anything like that, feel free to ask. Feel free to do that. I doubt anyone's gonna really ask. I don't know. It is for what it is. Maybe there's someone who's just as fun and enthusiastic or eccentric like me, who's curious and wants to know more details or wants to see how things would go. I don't know. I imagine there's a market for it, but I don't know. Anyway, thank you all. Appreciate you tremendously. And just know that it matters, it counts, and thank you. Take care, everyone.